Hello everyone, this is Jim from Lotto Finance. Welcome back to our channel. We are with you on 9th of September, Friday, and on this video we are closing the week. All right, I will just explain some news, and then I will just tell you some news first. Then we will just go ahead our charts. All right, we had a rate hike by ECB this week. It's the most important data release, macroeconomical data of the week. So they just made the highest level of rate hike in ECB history, 75 base point interest rate hike by ECB. So they just said that extraordinary times needs extraordinary steps, just like Fed officials. They are just doing something like this. Fed tried 0.25, 0.50s, and it didn't help. When they just reached to over 2%, then inflation started to decline. This is story of a Fed and inflation. And then ECB is kind of trying to do the same. But the problem is US just a salt inflation problem with SPR release of their crude oils. With that one, gasoline prices started to decline, and then we have seen low level of inflation. So in Europe, there is no SPR release or any declining oil prices or gasoline prices. Just reverse, there is the rising energy cost in every country. That's why the inflation story in US and Europe is totally different. So we will just see that these rate hikes will just help, or it will just cause a crash, so demand will just go away. The price globally, oil prices globally will decline, and then they will just say, instead of SPR release, and we just made it. That's another scenario. All right, this was the news. And we have received the balance trade of US. That was and also trade balance of China. Those two things are important, because let me just tell you, China is exporting less, and then surplus is just coming lower, and the deficit in US, we don't see any trade surplus, we see always deficit, but the trade deficit is getting lower on the last 6 months. Since the beginning of this war, European countries are getting their oil and natural gas from US. That's why we see rising energy export from US to Europe. That's a different story. All right, we have seen dollar index over 110 this week, and after that we see some profit selling. Let's start with our first chart. The first chart is Bitcoin. When the price of dollar index, the level of that one tested 110, over 110, we have seen the low level of 18,000 level of Bitcoin. Then dollar index started to ease, and we have seen rise. Right now we see a rise in Bitcoin, but as you can see here, it's already over 70 in RSI, and then the candlestick sizes are just getting shorter. That means sell-off or a balancing is just coming closer. The most important thing is it just spent a lot of time to pass 20,000 level. It couldn't manage to that one for the last 10 days. And with this sharp rise, it just passed this support level, and we see Bitcoin on that side. And this is the critical thing. And then we can just say this is important. All right, let's look at our second chart.
You are ready to win with us. GAN Markets.
All right, our second chart is silver. Silver, as you can see here, it has been rejected almost, almost $19 level. and the main reason is it's a strong support level, and it has been declined, it has been rejected from this level a few times, and it was struggling at, actually it was struggling at 1850 levels. It has declined from this level. It just made another attempt to go higher, and on this one it was almost rejected again, but with the decline of dollar index we have seen this sharp rise, but still another rejection from $19 level is happening. So why it's happening? Because the interest rate, the real yields of bonds are just rising and rising, and then this is just making bonds are more valuable than silver and gold. That's why it's important in the next coming days. If we just see declining inflation and this level of bonds, we will see definitely lower level of silver in the coming days. That's why it's important. All right, let's look at our last chart. All right, our last chart is SP 500 index. As you can see, US stock market is just trying to rebound its previous declines, and it's over 4,000 level again. It was just struggling to pass this level from the beginning of, since the end of August. It was on decline. It was testing 3,900 point levels, and from that level even it has tested some more level in September 7, like 3,800 levels, and then from that level we see that for the last 2 days we see a rise, and it's over 4,000 support resistance, and then right now it's trying to make it a support. That's important. But if you ask me, the thing, like the real scenario of rate hike is not over yet. So as you can see here, we have seen some more changes like these kind of things, but then every time we have seen declines. So these rise are also like this this positive mood in market can go some more, but eventually when we get closer to Fed meeting we will see some more sell-off, because the market is just assessing that it won't be possible a soft landing. It will happen with a crash. This story will end with crash. We will see. Alright, thanks so much for watching us. We will be together on more news. We will cover more charts with you. Have a nice and profitable day. Bye.